I like that walk-up song. It's like very empowering. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Woo! Yeah. Turns out the more you laugh, the warmer you'll be, I suppose. That's one way to look at it. I do, again, appreciate every single one of you for being out here tonight. Hey, this is like we were just talking. This is Oktoberfest weather, right? This is getting fucked up weather. This is what we're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be out here. Oh, yeah, and just a quick reminder to the comedians, the mic stand does have octopus legs, so, if you lift it up, it is going to go a little fucky on you, so be all right with that. We are streaming out live. This is being recorded for a podcast. We're also streaming out live on SoundsTooth.tv, SoundsToothNow.com, SoundsTooth's Facebook, all that stuff. We're at the 4th anniversary of SoundsTooth in 2 days, so we can consider this an anniversary show, Landry. There you go. No, we're not. Okay, we're not going to do that. All right, guys. Well, I'm really your host tonight. I am Devo, and you're gonna have to listen to me for a little bit. And then we got some great comedians coming up here tonight. Tell some great jokes out here and have a good time on this cool Saturday evening. A lot of people say this is fat guy weather. Which I tend to agree with. It is fat guy weather. I did a show on Wednesday, and it was 87 degrees outside. There's just sweating hardcore, but I as much as I love fat guy weather, I don't know which one I love more is not sweating or not wearing pants. That's the bigger issue, because I'm a shorts guy, but I'm also kind of a puss when it comes to weather, and I don't really want to deal with the coldness out there too much. So I had a weird encounter the other day. I'm a teacher, and if you guys know, you're from Oklahoma. You have FFA kids, if you're teaching in southern areas of Oklahoma, and they have the old blue gold sausages and all that shit, right? Well, my brother wanted a bunch, and I ordered some from this kid, and it was a perfectly lovely little person, and I wanted to help her out or whatever. But I had to go pick up the meat from her dad, and we had an encounter in the Quick Trip parking lot. She was like, she detailed her dad to me, and she said he's going to be wearing a cowboy hat, driving a big Ford F-350, all this shit. So I was expecting like the douchiest of douchebag cowboys that you would see in Owasso, Oklahoma. When I pull up, I don't get that. I don't see any giant truck. What I do see is a man walking a dog on a makeshift leash made out of a water hose who looks like a mountain prospector. And I get out of the car and he goes, "You that teacher looking?" And I go, "Yes." Now, if this had been a Quick Trip, say, in Tulsa, and it had been a little bit later, this would be a very different encounter, basically my grinder hookup for that evening. "Yes, I am looking for some meat, sir." "Not from you, prospector man. There's meat in them there coolers." He was like, "Do you want to take the cooler home with you?" I was like, "No, I don't want to see you again. This is a one-time thing with a man in a parking lot. That's all it is. That's all it is." Yeah. I don't know about you guys, but I consider any day in lockdown where I'm not drinking to be a day that I've worked out. That tends to be it. If I didn't have whiskey that day, I'll consider that the workout of the day. It's a good time. Losing the weight by not doing that. Obviously, I was just opining to someone as like, there's not enough good drinkers left in the world. Too many people started smoking weed and not drinking enough. It's like, I don't feel like shit the next day. It's like, yeah, well, that means you didn't earn whatever altered state you were in. You have to earn it. That's that badge of honor, right? And that just keeps you going. You just go drink more and more and more. But it is a thing. I did go visit a cannabis dispensary the other day, and at that moment, it reminded me of how great marketing people are for cannabis dispensaries in Oklahoma. First of all, we call them cannabis dispensaries, not just weed stores, right? They all have crazy names too. They're like marketed to children. Like one of them, the Firehouse, that place looked like it was like Paw Patrol for weed, like is basically what it was. And I thought about the cannabis dispensary thing because we don't call it the weed store, but we do call it the liquor store. No one goes to like say, "Hey, I'm going to the intoxicating beverage emporium," right? Which is what they should say, because it's a classy place that we should all go visit as often as possible. I also noticed, again, I'm relatively new. I know that a lot of Okies have been lifelong weed smokers and things like that. I'm relatively new to all this. Back in my day, you knew a guy named Doug. You had $65. He gave you an eighth of weed. Game over. No names, no nothing. That was it. And I feel like there's a degree that I don't know about in college that is like just for naming like 3 separate things. And one of those is weed strains, because those are all fucked up. The other one is boat names. You know, boat names are great. Like you got Whoremageddon 1, Whoremageddon 2. You got my ex-wife's a fucking whore 3. You know, that's usually just about ex-wives and shit like that. And then the last one is horse racing names. Those are my favorite. They are my absolute favorite. I kind of understand how horses are named because I'm a degenerate gambler as far as also a hardcore drinker and a weed smoker and other illicit drugs, I guess. This is good to be broadcast out on the world. I don't teach, world. That's not something I do. But, you know, I'm a real dumbass when it comes to betting on horses. If you just tell me the horse has got a winning name, I'll fucking bet on it. If it's like, hey, this horse is a winner, I'm going to put $20 on it. And then it's going to finish dead fucking last, and it's not going to go well for me. If COVID isn't bad enough, we have an election coming up in a week or so, and we've had to deal with that all year. And I don't, you know, whatever. The presidential election is what it is. I think everybody already knows. I don't know if you guys have noticed this, though. Have any of you guys seen a Jim Inhofe commercial? Like, he never talks in them. Like, I don't know that he can. I think he might just be propped up with, like, a 2x4 in the back to keep him alive long enough to, like, I saw today, like, Mitch McConnell's hands are turning, like, purple and black. I'm like, what's going on with you, dude? Like, I think, and you know, Abby Boyles wanted to debate Jim Inhofe, and I think at this point, the only thing Jim Inhofe would debate is, like, what the best value meal is at the Cracker Barrel. Like, that's the extent of his knowledge out there in the world. I will say I got a very weird email the other day. I used to date this lovely and talented person, and I heard Jewel Pods from a website. And then I got an email from Jewel telling me about the Jewel Voter Action Center. Jewel, everyone is trying to get us to fucking vote. Jewel, like, am I supposed to, like, show my Jewel pride when I vote by just blowing a sick vape cloud into the 85-year-old woman taking my ID up there? Like, hi, Gertrude. I don't have flavors anymore, but this one's blueberry. Who knows? It's just tobacco. Maybe that's why they want you to vote, so they can get rid of those restrictions. Now it's all coming together. I got one from Lime Scooters today. Always. I turned 40 this year and decided to make lots of horrible life decisions. I decided to become single again, which was really dumb on my part, probably, because I'm 40 and overweight. I mean, got a job and a car and a house, so I got those 3 things. That's good. But I found out something because I drunkenly would download Tinder every once in a while, and I found out that there is a direct correlation to my level of drunkenness and the age range on my Tinder slider. It starts out pretty nice. I'm like, you know, I'm 40. We'll go 35, 45, right? That's, okay, let's be honest. We'll go 35 to 40 because I don't want no holders, all right? Then, you know, a few shots in, I'm like, all right, we can go 30 to 50. Then a few bottle tokes, maybe some shooters, getting drunk with my goldfish. I go, fuck. Well, 1, how comfortable am I dating gilfs? Let's just put that up to the max. And then I'm like, all right, let's dip on down, baby. Let's hope none of those kids are 18 at school. Things will get a little problematic. All right. I'm going to leave you with one thing before I get out here and bring up your great comics and you don't have to listen to me anymore. We all have talked about and joked about the fact that we think our phones are constantly listening to us. You know, like we think our phones are listening to us, think, oh my God, my phone's listening to me. It's that's why I keep getting these ads, because it heard me mention something. And to an extent, I think this is correct. But it is disconcerting to me for a couple reasons. One, over the summer when COVID hit and we were locked down, I decided to go crazy and start live streaming shit constantly. And one of those things is I took on a character called Captain Devo, and I'd wear a captain's hat and play yacht rock. And because of that, I got invited to an event this week, which was the commemoration of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald, which, if you don't know, is a Gordon Lightfoot song, which is a yacht rock tune, and it's a fucking boat that has a captain on it. Then the other ads that I've been getting on Facebook, I get one for Fat Tuesdays, which somewhat offensive, whatever. But it's the frozen drink place from New Orleans. I'm like, okay, that adds up. I like to party and like to drink. The other one's for Captain D's. I did wear a captain hat. I call myself Devo, Captain Devo. I'm a rotund gentleman, so clearly I like fried food. And that all made sense. Then today, I got reminded again, because not only did I get a Facebook ad for this, I got a direct targeted text message for this. Were you abused by the Boy Scouts of America? And I'm like, I don't think so. It was like, Dustin, you are running out of time to file your suit. And I was like, shit. What makes this more disconcerting is like my dad was my scoutmaster. I was like, okay, boy, maybe he was just ahead of the curve on the whole porn trend. I don't know. But knowing that, here's what I'll leave you guys with. The last thing, since we know that our phones are listening, I will just simply say this. Yes, I am searching for hot and loose singles in the area. And perhaps into penile enlargement. So if you guys get ads for that, please let me know. Your phones are listening out there. All right, guys, we have a great show for you tonight. That's enough of my prattling on. Probably went too long, but I never can tell. Ladies and gentlemen, this first man we have coming up here, he's been going around town. He's been doing shows everywhere. He is an insanely good comic. Please give it up for one of my good friends, Alex.
How you guys doing? A good day for legging and Ugg boots, huh? Yeah, I love it. I love it. Devo, you got a nice little setup. Upgrading every time I come out here. I feel like Steve Austin's about to come in the middle of my set. Got this WWE thing going on. Man, it's lovely. Halloween's coming up. It's good for y'all, not really good for, like me and other black people. We don't live to tell a story. And, got the election coming up. So give it up for the women that's out there, because Kamala is killing it right now. So ladies, give yourselves a round of applause. All the women empowerment. Yeah. I don't know if I'm ready, though. I don't know, because a lot of women, like, you guys go a little overboard, especially like during sex, because y'all be wanting to, switch roles and shit now, because now, you feel like you got that power, Talking about lift your legs up. I'm going to pull your hair and spank your cheeks. You're not ready. Some guys do like it, It's weird, we live in times where 2 girls in 1 cup is a normal thing to have as a fetish, So, Devo was talking about online dating. Online dating is pretty cool. It's convenient. It's cheap. You can find the love of your life while you're taking a shit. I did a little bit of online dating myself. I ain't gonna lie. I saw there's a lot of nurses on there. I guess this COVID thing is getting serious. They're trying to get their last nut in before the end of the world. So a lot of stuff going on in the world. We got killer bees, murder hornets, right? And murder hornets and the scary election and all this stuff going on. And now I just think that flat earthers may be on to something. Because what you do when you're driving on the highway and your car starts shaking, the first thing that comes to your mind is like, what, a flat tire, right? Yeah, this shit's flat. The earth is flat. This shit is fucked up. So I have a son, he's turning 11, man. He's getting big now. Proud dad, Yeah, shout out to all the dads out there holding it down while we are now the housewives now. So he's he's growing up with technology that I wish I had. I grew up in a house of 7 kids, 2-bedroom apartment, turning 13, and at that time, masturbate like a nigga He's getting to the age, and his mom comes to me and she's like, you need to grab your son because he's doing things he's not supposed to be doing. And, like me, like I'm like, not my son. My son's the same, he's the same, just like his dad. Check yourself, because my son ain't like that. Whatever he did, I bet you he didn't do it. There he is, my son. Man, huge smile on his face with his dick in his hand. I don't know what to do. What do you do? I was like, oh shit. And, only thing I could say was, I didn't teach him that. Because I think about it, because his face, like every guy knows, they're gonna put his face in the picture. How you guys doing tonight? It's staying warm, right? Yeah. I can kind of see my breath. Feeling like a chocolate fudgesicle up here. If I had on pink and white, I'd be that Napoleon, the politician. And then what they call your color? Neapolitan. I still can't get this ice cream man. They're like, what the fuck do you want? They're like, oh shit, So, like I said, the news has got a lot going on. Like I was watching the news the other day, and they were talking about gun control in America, and now, in Tulsa we had a gun rally, right? And they were talking about how the NRA is losing steam, and how the new minority group is now, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they're throwing a rally here to support gun control. And it was called the National African American Gun Association. Yeah, shout out. I saw you out there. But the whole segment of the news, they just used the whole acronym the whole time. They're like, I'm on, the newscaster was like, I got Tom on the scene at the gun range, and Tom, how's it going out there? Yes, I'm on the scene with a bunch of my members from NAGA. How you doing, NAGA? That's a good AR you got there, NAGA. It was Fox. I seen the comment. She got Ugg boots and she got the leggings on. I got the boots with the fur in it. I can't take my shoes off, but they got the boots with the fur. A little warm up here on my feet. Everything else is cold. Devo got some lights on here. I feel like I can see me now. It's not just a pair of floating teeth and a silhouette.
Oh no!
You just said, yeah, definitely white guys. I had the privilege of being around both cultures. I grew up, living in Black culture and white culture, and because I went to an all-white school, I was the only Black kid, and in first grade, Lion King came out. Lion King. It was. I was like a subject matter expert. They were all asking, where's Pride Rock at? Like what the? I don't fucking know. Like South. I don't know. No subject matter expert. I was and they loved that song Hakuna Matata. And the kid was like, how do you pronounce that song? It means no worries. I'm like, it's Hakuna Matata, and they're just like, Duna Matata. Like no, Hakuna Matata. Duna Matata? No, Hakuna Matata, nigga. And like when you teach kids something, they learn it just how you teach it. And the teacher was like, you guys love the movie? And the kid was like, yeah. And she's like, there was a lot of great songs in it. What was you guys' favorite song? And the white kid was like, Hakuna Matata, nigga. And it was like, oh shit. It's a great day to be in detention. But I like rock music. I like Tool. Tool is one of my favorite rock bands, metal, and I love it. And like when I go to the house parties, I was at the time like Guitar Hero was the thing. Like Guitar Hero was in every living room. You couldn't have a house party without Guitar Hero in your house. So I'll be playing and they'll be confused because I'll be having a G-Unit outfit on and shit. They didn't know if I was gonna rob them or I was gonna get a perfect score, you know. Anybody out here that like, you know, any couples out here? Any couples? I see. Yeah. Shout out, congratulations, y'all. You got a little cuddle buddy, keep you warm. I see. There's a few people out here that need somebody next to them. You know, I see y'all three. Y'all can like spread out and help a brother out. You know. But you know, going on dates is great, man. It's great. It's a great thing to do. Like, 'cause it makes you be more creative. You know, especially first dates. In first dates, you can be creative and you can be whoever you want to be on the first date. Because if they can't fact check that shit right there at the lunchtime, you know. So sometimes I'll be lying. All the time I lie on the first date. And I'm trying to be open and honest. I lie, okay? I lie. Today I'm a doctor, you know. Tomorrow I might be an astronaut, you know. I was on this date with this one chick, and I told her I was Kevin Hart's stunt double for Jumanji. You know, the thing about lying on dates is like, you know, you have to stay in character that whole time. Trying to be a stunt double for a whole week was fucking horrendous. Like, she always kept trying to get me to watch the movie with her so she could point out which scenes I'm in and shit. I was like, hell yeah, I did. Shoot, lying is for dating. Honesty is for relationships. Some golden nuggets I'm gonna leave with you guys. My name is Alex. You guys have been great. You guys have a good night.
Woo, keep it going for Alex, everybody. Hell yeah. Yes. He's being honest about being a liar. It's great. I don't have to lie when I like try to date someone. I get to tell them I'm a doctor. It's just kind of lie about what kind of doctor, not the one that makes any money or can prescribe them drugs. I can just tell them like about the War of 1812. That's about all I can do. Ladies and gentlemen, the next comedian we have coming up, he's a near and dear friend of mine. We do a podcast together on the SoundsTooth Network. It's the #1 podcast on the SoundsTooth Network called Getting Greasy about the Trailer Park Boys. Please give it up for my co-host and one of the greatest comics I know in Tulsa, Zach Heyman, everybody!
No pressure.
I'm a professional. You think there's pressure? Come on. Come on. I'm on the #1 podcast on SoundsTooth. I am. Oh, shit. I always forget that this one is this weird. Damn it. All right. Good to be back at 473. Like you said, my name is Zach Heyman. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I also, like Alex, am impressed with the stage tonight. I feel like I should do what Eddie Vedder did and just climb and hang from the top of this, you know, for grunge. You know, that's an old reference. I don't know if you guys are old like me. Boo. Yeah. I'm real jealous of kids today. I'm jealous of kids today. I am. I had, you know, when I was younger, we had a friend who had a hot mom, as you do. You know, you have a friend who has a hot mom, and our whole time, like, be cool, naked, like, you know, that's just what you. Sucks. And I'm misery and wonders. Like, where that kid's mom's like, where PS5 came from? You see fucking nuts. The election's coming up. I'm excited. I'm voting for Kanye, like straight up. Like, come on. I'm voting for Kanye. Like, it'd be stupid not to. Like, we've already gone as far as you could possibly go. Why not take it a little bit further? You know, that's my thought process. Because nothing really changes with Kanye as president. You know, we still have like this egomaniacal guy running the country, all about himself. He's still tweeting every day. We know his wife can suck a dick, though. We know that. You know? Yeah, we've seen Melania naked, but she wasn't taking back shots from Ray J and having it go viral. Like, that's a first lady I can get behind. And apparently a lot of other people. You know, Alex is mentioning it's leggings and boots season. I have my leggings on. I don't have my boots though. They're in the mail and they're coming. I work at a bank and we have a drive-through and people will bring their dogs part of my day, you know, to see some dogs because I work with a bunch of them. No. But it's a nice part of my day and we have treats for the dogs and the dogs like know that the treats are there. They get it. And it's always a nice part of my day to look at their owners and be like, hey, does your dog want a bone? And then they just kind of look at me and they're like, did he mean the treats? And I'm like, no, lady, I want to fuck your dachshund. That's what I want to do. They're cute. Just kidding. I couldn't. I have standards. I wouldn't bang a dachshund. What's your favorite type of dog? Bichon Frise? Bichon Frise. I thought, you know, you look like a Bichon Frise guy. Growing up, my parents were teachers, and everybody would always be like, Zach, are you going to be a teacher? You going to be a teacher when you get older? And I'm like, fuck no. Like, hell no. I don't want to follow my parents' footsteps. That's crazy. Like, I don't want to do that. I'd be a terrible teacher. Like, first, I would take a coaching job teaching history, the easiest job you could do in a school. And like I would just lie to kids. I'd be like, yeah, Hitler did the Holocaust, but he also invented the treadmill. The dude was about physical fitness. Had to come into work early, hungover, just the same as all those kids because we were all partying at my house the night before. You know, I was supplying the alcohol. I'd be a terrible teacher. Like, I'd fuck my students. Like, let's be real. Like, that's just, you know, I would. Not just girls, guys, too. I'm an equal opportunity sex offender, you know? No discrimination racially. I don't know. I know, pedophiles can't be progressive today. It's so annoying, dude. It's 2020. Like, grow up. My parents aren't cool with me wanting to commit suicide. They're not into that idea. Not so much like the committing suicide part, but how I want to commit suicide. They're not into that. I want to do assisted suicide. Like, that sounds fun. Like, that, you know, sounds the least scary out of all of them. I just want Cardi B to sit on my face and smother me. That's what I, you know, drown in that WAP. You know what I'm saying? And I know what you're thinking, like, Zach, that's murder. Like, she can't. No, it's not. Because I would put in my last will and testament that it's fine. I consent. She can't get in trouble for this. I would put it behind a paywall on OnlyFans. So that way my family's taken care of. My funeral is taken care of. Nobody loses in this situation. Like, everybody wins and we all get off. And that's the important part. That's the important part. I'm a big fan of TikTok. Any TikTok fans here? To me, I like video TikTok, and I'm like, how do you get your friends to do that? Like, hold on, what? You want to go to dinner? Have you ever seen me eat food? Like, come on. Like if my buddy came up to me and was like, hey, you want to do this fun dance for 60 seconds on an app? I'd be like, I'll hold the phone. Like, I'm not going to do that. But I like TikTok. I've realized one of my favorite things on TikTok is the single moms twerking half naked while their kids in the background. That's my favorite. I admire these women. They're putting it out there. They're brave. Like, I appreciate them, you know? They're out there like twerking, and meanwhile the kid's like, mommy's an internet whore. I just want a juice box. I admire these women though, because they're like, look at this, you know, I'm fun, I'm sexy, you know, yeah, I have a child and a crippling TikTok addiction, you know, and it's up to you to decide which red flag is worse. And for me, I'm like, it's probably the Nazi flag behind you, lady. Like that's a big one right there, literally and figuratively. Is that the right term? I don't know. Doctor? I don't know. You always see someone in the comments of those videos that are like, that's someone's daughter. Someone's daughter dancing. And it's like, yeah, no shit. Like, yeah, obs. I hate that. And that phrase only ever like applies to women who are doing like sex work, like stripping, you know, OnlyFans, TikTok twerking, you know, shit like that. You don't see a woman win a Nobel Peace Prize and somebody in the back like, that's somebody's daughter. Out there winning a fucking Nobel Peace Prize. You don't see that. It's ridiculous. And for dudes, it only applies to us when we die, you know, like in war. They're like, that's somebody's son who died in war. You know, it's like Jeffrey Dahmer was somebody's son. Who was also eating somebody's son. Ooh, too real? Too soon, maybe? I don't know. But at least he wasn't like a stripper, because that's somebody's daughter, and that's fucked up. What, that's somebody's daughter, or that you eat people like Dahmer? You look like somebody who eats people. No, I mean in like a cannibalistic fashion, not a sex fashion. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. My grandma my whole life has been really into finance. Like that's been her wisdom that she's tried to instill on me my whole life. Like how to be prepared for my future financially. Like I would get cards at Christmas and my birthday with money in them, along with a novel. I would get Christmas cards this thick. Like I was like, what is this, Harry Potter? Like what am I reading? And it would be, you know, it would be like $5 in a novel of what I should do with this money, how I should invest this money to prepare for my future. And I'm like, Grandma, I'm 9. I don't know who Roth Ira is. Like, is that a singer? Like, I don't know. I thought a 401k was a television. I was just like, I don't know what this is. So I've started doing the same thing to her lately. Like every year for a birthday or Christmas, I give her a card with a nursing home pamphlet in it. And I'm like, you got to start preparing for your future, Grandma. Because I didn't heed your financial advice and I can't take care of you. So that's just how it's going to be. I'm going to do this that way. So it's Halloween times. It's the spooky season. Everybody likes the spooky season. I noticed during this time of year, like witch culture, like just explodes into all of this, you know, craziness. And I'm like, ladies, you can just wear black and not have to be like, oh, I'm a witch. Like, it's okay. Because it always makes me laugh. Because like anytime you see like Halloween decorations that involve witches, it's always them running into houses or into poles or falling off their brooms into the ground. And it just further proves that even as witches, women still can't drive. So thank you guys. My name is Zach Heyman. Check out Getting Greasy. Give it up for your host.
Oh, keep it going for Zach Amon and his Canadian tuxedo that he's wearing tonight. Denim on denim. It's a hell of a look, my friend. Whew. Oh. Oh. Well, guys, we got another great comedian coming up for you here in just a second. I've seen this guy. He's been performing around town, been, slanging, banging, doing a great job. He's, I feel like, he's becoming a friend at some point, which always makes me happy. Guys, give it up for Josiah, everybody. Hello, how y'all doing tonight? Good? Good. Yeah, I'm gonna slide this with the legs down. I'm a quick learner. God, that seems to be giving everybody trouble. Shout out to Devo, shout out to Zacho putting this on. This is beautiful. I'm glad to be here. A lot of dope comedians that came before me. I think Zach, was it you that was talking about OnlyFans? Zach, I think you were talking about OnlyFans. You know what kills me right now about OnlyFans is that men are doing it. Ain't that crazy? The internet got y'all baby daddies out here selling ass on the internet. That's crazy to me because it's not like there's nothing. What's attractive about a male that you want to pay for? You know what I mean? You want to see a dick or a butthole? That's not. No photographer is looking for that. Or maybe they are. I don't know. You guys seem to really be into it. So maybe it's just me who feels this way. I guess I look at my own dick and I'm like, I don't think that's worth paying for. Self-awareness. Didn't want to start off like that, but it happened. I heard Alex was talking about how he didn't like coming up in an all-white school when he was younger. I love that shit. I love coming up in an all-white school because they all had money, so they would make me lunch. By the time I got to like first grade, I was like, Mom, there is not enough white people in this class. I need more. Who else is going to make my sandwich? Maybe I should not say this to all white people. You guys are worth more than sandwiches, okay? I love you. I don't know. People tell me I look like a dude who has kids but don't raise them, which I think is a compliment because that means no women will try to trap me. They'll like see my hazel eyes and be like, you got to put a condom on. I know you ain't going to stick around for the kids. I don't know. I come from a long line of deadbeat dads, which I'm proud to tell y'all, I cannot wait to be the first one that continues the streak. Why would I break the family tradition? You know what I mean? Some families give their kids money or land. My forefathers gave me freedom. And that's the greatest gift of all. All right, maybe that's a joke for later in the set. I don't think you guys know me enough to be making that joke yet. I don't know. Man. My forefathers, they were interesting cats for sure. I was talking to my grandfather the other day, and I was seeing this girl, and anytime I'm like seeing a girl, because I have terrible relationship issues, I like send him pictures and just like ask what he thinks about it, just because he likes it and I'm weird. And I can always tell when he thinks one's attractive because he says she has a good heart. That's his like first thing. She's got a good heart. I'm like, how do you know? You've never met her. How do you know she has a good heart? Cool. No one has an old grandfather like that? Nope, just me. I'm trying to save my money, y'all. And it got me thinking that I really, you ever notice that like all the online artificial intelligence assistants are white? It's like Erica this, Alexa that. I need me a Monique. Because she's going to help me get my life together, you know? She'll be like, this is the third time you didn't ask me for directions to Taco Bell this week. You know you ain't got the money for that. You better take your ass on home, eat that chicken you got in the fridge, and don't ask me no more questions tonight. I'm tired, shit. And you can't get mad at her whenever she like comes at you like that, because she's not going to be having it. She'll be like, excuse me? Say something smart again. Watch how quick your phone die. Oh. I don't know. I am getting tight with money, man. So I'm getting older. I'm getting old. I'm 27. And I know that's like one of those things whenever I know. See, anyone who's under 40 acts like just because you're not 40, you're not getting older. You know, like the laws of physics just stop for you. I'm like, I'm still getting older. Just because you're closer to the grave doesn't mean I'm still not getting older.
It blows my life. Yeah, I am getting old, and I'm definitely getting tighter with the funds. Like I used to be real lax with it, but now even if my mom's to borrow, I am coming to collect. She's like, just like, I'm gonna need a few more days to pay you back. I'm like, all right, but the interest rate's going up. Ain't no free lunch out here. More services, more fees. I'm still gonna go home and tell my mom the set went amazing, no matter what. She's gonna be like, "How the set go?" I'm gonna be like, "I killed. Honestly, it was fucking amazing. Things are looking good, you know." It's a lot going on, ladies. Welcome back. How you doing? Hey, I feel like that's a weird time to like ask you how you doing when you're coming out of the bathroom. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you? What are you saying, bro? Leave me alone. I just got out of the bathroom. Fucking perv. I don't know. I'm still working on my manners. You know what I mean? I was raised by heathens. It's not my fault. I wasn't. I was raised by really, really religious folks. Like, my parents, they were so Christian that, like, I wasn't even allowed to have a girlfriend growing up. They told me pussy was filled with unholy water. I was like, well, we're going to need to figure something out because I'm trying to get baptized, you know? Yeah. Lord have mercy. She was blowing me, bro. I grew up in a type of house that like had more pictures of Jesus than family members. And you know some shit's up whenever you got more pictures of Jesus than family members. You know, I'm like, did y'all murder somebody? Like, what are you trying to prove here? I'm still not sure they innocent. That shit was crazy. I don't know. That got me thinking too, like, y'all ever think that like God's love shouldn't be the standard for human love, you know? Like for Jesus or for God so loved the world he gave his only begotten son. It's like, yeah, but he knew he was coming back. You know? Like he didn't give us his only begotten son, he let us borrow him. I don't know. It'd be one thing if he sent him to die forever, you know? But he wasn't even dead for a week. 3 days went by and God was like, all right, get up. We're not missing movie night for these heathens. I saw how they acted before I sent you down. I think we should bring crucifixion back. We should bring it back. Not because, like, you know, it'll solve crime or anything. It's just an amazing spectacle. You know that some crosses were up to 11 feet and 300 pounds? Isn't that crazy? They were hanging people on wooden basketball hoops way before LeBron James was thought about. The average man is 5'6", or excuse me, he's 5'9". The average man is 5'9". That means most people could have hung on a cross that was 6 foot, and the Romans were still like, double it. We're not just gonna punish people, we're gonna put on a show. It's a lot going on. My brother, what's going on? I'm good, man.
I see you. I'm here.
Yeah, I know.
Tokens here.
Tokens, you gotta love it. I was just talking about being a token. It's wonderful, ain't it? Feels safe and. Yo, hey, my man's having a good time. It's Saturday night. You never know what you're gonna say when you had a few drinks on Saturday night, right? Oh, it's his birthday party. Happy birthday. Oh, okay, yeah. Word up. Yeah, oh, you was the best man? Oh, okay, that's what's up. So y'all know each other from like way back. 10
years.
Oh, 10 years. Okay, that's what's up. But he's still, even though you know him for 10 years, you still get no love, bro. 10 years in.
No love at all.
My set's going off the rails. Can you tell? Honestly, I was happy for the distraction. I was like, where am I going with this? I don't know. So I'm going to talk to these two for however long this runs for. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm glad you sat down, bro. It's a lot going on with black people right now, right? It's a lot going on. Despite all the like speculation, America is still the best place for black people to live. Yeah, like some blacks think that we should go back to Africa. Not unless we headed to Wakanda. But if Sudan is a destination, I'm gonna stick it out here with the iPhones and Netflix. Shit's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I just feel like I've gotten too used to like going back to Africa is not gonna be like fun or like enjoyable by any stretch of the imagination. Like we're not going back to live like pharaohs. We're going back to the bush, you know? And I've gotten used to air conditioning and grocery stores. Like, and it's one thing to compete with shoppers at Walmart. It's another to compete with lions for warthogs. Just ain't built for that. I don't know. What else about Africa kills me? I don't know, man. One thing I always think is interesting. Who do you guys think built the pyramids? Who built the African pyramids? Anybody got a guess? I knew that shit. See, there it goes. Fucking aliens built the pyramids. You know what I mean? Always, anytime black people do something good, it had to be when some extraterrestrials came down and fucking helped the dumbass black man build these. That's fucking insane to me, bro. You know what I mean? There are all these other fucking wonders of the world. No one questions who built them shits. You know, it was always people then. But now that it was some Negroes in Africa, it's like E.T. came down and fucking was stacking blocks because that's what they wanted to do with their time here. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? Why would they want to do that? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of, I don't know. Like, I feel like if I went to another planet, I'm not just like, oh, let me go find some cement and just put it on top of each other. You know, like maybe try not to get killed, walk around slowly, see what's going on around you. You know, like you're just out there just comfortably, just not looking around. My heart got into that one. Could you feel it? You got into that one big time. I don't know. I'm finishing up here. People, my bad. I can keep running? All right, cool. All right, I'll finish up with like a couple thoughts. But I was in LA before I got here. And some of y'all, anybody hear about the passing of Nipsey Hussle in LA? The only black dude, of course. All right, anyways, well, Nipsey Hussle, he was a rapper and he got shot down in LA. And whenever he got shot, LA was like honoring him and they made him a street sign. And the name of the street sign was Arius Nipsey Hussle Esgedam Square. It was like a 4-foot sign. And I was like, bro, no wonder my taxes keep going up. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't have enough money to pay for shit like this. Like, if it was up to me, it'd be Nip Street. And the street would not be spelled out. Like, that's in my price range. He doesn't get all this. He was a great man, but he's not worth all the taxes I'm going to have to. All right. I don't know. All right, can I do one more, Zach? Fucking Devo, my bad. All right, cool. Thank you, bro. I'm all in. Oh, okay, there it is. Did y'all ever notice like rappers never get shot in their music? I just don't like understand that because they always talk about being in shootouts. And I'm like, bruh, who is shooting at you? Stevie Wonder? Like, this is a 20-track album. You talk about shootouts on every song and you've never been graced? That is impeccable luck. Like, I don't know. And I need rappers to stop singing about murder. That's another thing. You know, it's not the medium. Mariah Carey never serenaded anyone about homicide. You know? You want to talk about death? Don't do it in F sharp. What's wrong with you? All right, y'all. That's my time. Thank you.
Here we go for Josiah, everybody. I like the implication that racism is okay as long as you do it for 10 years solid, and it's okay. That it somehow doesn't become a problem. So America's doing great, least racist country in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a super funny comedian coming up next. You can catch her on a lovely little SoundsTooth production called Talk Show Incorporated. You can catch her hosting. If any of you guys out there want to try comedy, she hosts an open mic at Reds on Tuesday nights. You can go out there and try that. Please give it up for the lovely and talented Shauna Blake, everybody.
Hey y'all, how's it going? Oh, this thing got me. Wasn't ready for it. I was warned and I wasn't ready. Okay. So all you need to know about me right off the bat is that I one time showed just one of my titties at the river. I feel like that's a good introduction to who I am, right? Just one, okay? Because this group of guys floated by, and one of them yelled out, "Hey, show us your tits!" And I was like, "How dare you? I'm a lady, okay? But I'm not a prude." So I just did one. I took one, I did scoop and pull, flopped it out, you know? And the guy was like, "That's the biggest titty I've seen all year." And I was like, "Thank you." I feel like the belle of the ball now, right? That's who I am, just in a nutshell, right? I mean, I one time I broke a life coach, too. Yeah, I did. I broke one. Like a friend of mine's cousin, twice removed, was trying to train to be a life coach. They're like, "Do you want to sit with her so she can get her hours?" I was like, "I don't think she wants to start here." You know? They're like, "No, it'll be fine." And so I did. I talked to her, and she's an accountant now. Broke her. It's too much. Also, you all can probably tell just by looking at me, but I'm going to go ahead and confirm that, yes, I have been clinically described as solidly built. Yeah. That's a real medical diagnosis at the fake doctor's office I go to get diet pills. It's a magical place. Okay, I pulled up, there's a sign on the front door that says, "Don't believe what you read in the paper." I was like, "Oh, they got good shit in here." Like, I want what they're selling. I walk in, people are shredding documents. It's chaos. You know, it's great. I get paired with this tall, thin, middle-aged woman, short brown hair. Looks like her name is Nancy, right? I go to the back, and she weighs me, and she measures me, and she has this printout, right? And she's going over, and she's like, "This is the percentage of weight that's water. This is the percentage of weight that's your organs. You're 1,000% fat." I was like, "Okay, Nancy, I don't think that's a real readout. Just rude." But she was a very serious, very stern woman. So she looks at me very seriously and she says, "Listen, this is how much weight you need to lose to get down to that healthy box." And I, trying to liven things up, say, "Or if I want to get anyone down into my box, am I right, Nance?" Nance? She was like, "Miss Blake, this is very serious." Like, yeah, you're right. But she has set me on a path to get down to what I like to call my boxing weight. You guys get it. 2 pounds of box. You guys get it. It sucks though. I'm trying to lose weight. My friends are trying to help me. They're like, "Hey, let's do this fitness challenge." I'm like, "Okay, what is it?" Like, every time you go to the bathroom, you have to do 10 squats. And that has actually really helped me cut down on drinking water. I'm very dehydrated. I think it's helping. I think it's working. I don't know. Oh, you guys, a couple weeks ago, well, I guess it's been like a month ago now, my mom and dad were going to come up to visit me. I was really excited about it. They live about 2 hours away, and they were going to come visit me one Friday. It was Friday, September 11th. And my dad texted me that morning and was like, "Hey, we're not going to make it." And I was like, "Why? What's going on?" He's like, "Well, your mom just keeps saying it is 9/11. I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't know what that has to do with you driving." And they're like, "She's just saying it a lot." I was like, what a patriotic way to say you don't want to hang out with me. It's really, it hurts, but like, yay America, I guess. I don't know how to react to that. My mom is a weird person though. Like, she's addicted to QVC online shopping. Anybody else have a parent like that? Okay, yeah, so you get it. Like, every time I go to visit her, she's like auditioning to be on QVC. That's what it feels like. Like, the last time I went to see her, she whipped out these 2 bottles of perfume. And she was like, "This is the kind of perfume you wear to get a man. This is the kind of perfume you wear to keep a man." I was like, "Oh shit, Mom, what if we get them mixed up? Think of the consequences. What would we do?" I think it's working. She and my dad have been together for a long time. So she's wearing the right kind. She is strange, though. Something I love about her is that she doesn't need to know what a word or phrase means to use it, which I respect. You know, like, she, at a family barbecue, overheard one of my cousins talking about teabagging. She didn't know what it meant. But we were playing horseshoes and she scored a point. She said, "Yeah, teabag." I said, "Mom, do you know what that means?" She said, "Well, yeah, it means take that." I was like, "Well, in a way, yes, it does." She's still using it. I really like that. She is a weird one. I have a dog that I'm kind of obsessed with. We'll talk about him in a second. Dog people? Yes, good. Good, you're my people, right? And he has a toy that my dad got him for Christmas that looks like a dick. 100% it's a dick. My dad's like, "It's a log." I'm like, "It has a head. Like, it's pointed." That's not a log, right? "Dad, do you want to talk about something?" He's like, no, it's a log. I'm like, "It's a dick." Okay, so he was playing with the toy, and my mom made some weird comment about how that'd probably be better for our girl dog. And I'm like, "Listen, I don't care what my dog likes. I support him." And she was like, "Yeah, if he's going to be a member of the LPGA." Yeah, if he's a lady golfer, I'll support him. Like, I think old people just don't like acronyms. I don't think they don't care about, like, gay people. I think it's just the acronyms that upset them. That's what I'm starting to figure out. We're winning hearts and minds, one dog toy at a time. Yeah, I'm really obsessed with my dog. I love him very much. He's a little Frenchie, French bulldog. Yeah, and he was a free dog because they thought he was fucked up and he wasn't going to make it. So they were just like, "Take him, see if he lives." And he did. So I'm real jazzed about that. But he was free, and sometimes you get what you pay for. He's real stupid. Like, he's not bright, you know? My family likes to make fun of him. They saw him eating a snail, and they were like, "What a stupid dog." I was like, "He's French." That's escargot. That's fancy. I don't know what you're talking about. I know that I'm getting older now because in Halloween's past, I used to think, what slutty Halloween costume can I pour myself into this year? And now I think, what slutty Halloween costume can I put my dog in? It's exciting for me to try to think about good examples. I do love that dog, though. My family's like, you treat him like he was your kid. And I was like, wow. No, I treat him way better than if he was a kid. I like dogs. You know? I like dogs. My brother, I hate to say this, is kind of a red pill guy. Like, I'm worried about him a little bit. He's right on the edge. And he was real weird about it when I was going to take my dog to get him neutered. He was like, "Don't do it." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Don't do it. He won't be the same." And I was like, "He's a puppy." And now every time he dog sits, he makes him listen to the Joe Rogan podcast. So he comes back just barking at women and pissing on shit. Like, it's very masculine. A lot of masculine energy. So another fun, exciting thing to talk about. I feel like I'm really saying something terrible right now, but I had COVID. I know, right? It's like, I don't have it now. Like, I promise, like, it's fine. Nobody panic. But I had it. And something I learned, really the thing that I learned the most from having COVID was that I might have intimacy issues with my partner because I had COVID and he didn't get it. Like, what? This is a highly contagious disease you could get from looking at someone at the grocery store, and he didn't get it. Like, if you're not willing to die to make out with me, what are we doing? I kept saying to him, my love language is gift giving. Take it. And he was like, no, I don't understand, right? Something else I learned about COVID, I lost my sense of smell and taste when I had it. And I learned that eating when you can't taste anything is a lot like having sex with my ex-boyfriend. Like, you have to do it to keep this thing alive, but there's no joy. It's a lot of tasteless swallowing. Too upsetting? I don't know. I'm just really admitting a lot of stuff to you all tonight. It's getting weird. It's fine. We can talk later. Oh, Lord. Listen, you guys. Speaking of that, I took a quiz recently on BuzzFeed titled "What kind of sexy are you?" and it just sent back an error message, which was hurtful but accurate. Like that's not my main speed. You guys know that now. It's not my main speed. I have one move for all things sexual. One move, and that's this right here. That's it. Got a noise for all things sexual. The guy was trying to talk dirty to me. He's like, hey baby, I'm gonna do this, that, and the other thing. I'm just like, what you said sounds fine. A guy sent me a dick pic. I sent back a gun emoji. He never texted me back. I don't know. I don't know what that was, you guys. Listen, I tried to keep things spicy with my ex-boyfriend, right? I was like, hey, let's watch porn together. Yeah. And he was like, I don't think you're ready for my browser history. He was right. I wasn't ready. But here's why. I think it's because I don't really relate to pornography films very well. Because when I think about porn, I think old school porn. You know, a pizza delivery guy shows up, you open up the box and there's his dick. You guys, I would be so pissed there wasn't pizza in that box. What kind of bait and switch bullshit? Okay, that's fine. I won't get upset. No, sir, it's upsetting. I want the pizza. I don't care. I just want the pizza. It's upsetting. No, but me and that guy, we broke up. And listen, it's not just because of the pizza porn, but there were other problems, you know? But when I broke up with him, I was like, oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get bangs, right? Yeah, you get it. That's what ladies do. And my friends, I would text them all, though. I was like, should I get bangs? I don't know. I don't want bangs. I don't know. And my friend texted me back some really solid life advice. She was like, listen, don't do it if you're not sure. With bangs and butt stuff, you got to be sure. You can't half-ass it. You guys half-heartedly gave me that. I respect you more for not, honestly. You're right not to. You're right not to give me that. You guys, I was a PSI leader in high school. I'm going to tell you that right now. Anyone know what that is?
No.
Good. You were better off then, right? PSI stands for postponing sexual involvement. Yeah, I was a leader. I'm still really good at it. But in high school, it was super fun at parties, is what that means, right? Basically, do you guys know that psychology experiment where they would give a kid a marshmallow and they'd be like, don't eat that marshmallow, and you can have 2 marshmallows in 5 minutes? Ever heard of that? That's a waiting thing. That was me, but with dicks. Don't have one now, you can have more later, right? That was the whole thing. I'm still waiting for my marshmallow dick ship to come in. But I was terrible. It was crazy to be that way and still kind of that way. But listen, I was fun. I was useful, right? Because all my friends that wanted to have sex could do that. And I could be their alibi girl, right? My friends I'm hanging out with Sean time, but really they're getting real with their high school dropout boyfriend behind the Piggly Wiggly. That's what they're really doing, you know? I spent a lot of Saturday nights in some dude's grandma's basement, just watching MTV Cribs, hearing through the wall. You know, I never got to finish the show. It was over so fast. I was like, what's the crib look like? I don't know. I never got to know, you know? My friends would be, you know what? Sometimes I would drive around and my friends would have sex in the back of my car. I was like a sex Uber before Uber was even a thing. Isn't that crazy? And my friends would be 5 minutes late for their period. They'd be like, oh my God, what if I'm pregnant? I'm like, oh my God, what if I'm pregnant? They're like, you weren't even, I was like, yeah, but I was really close to you while you were in there. That's not how it works. We didn't know a second and smoke. You don't know. I don't know how that works, right? And it would be terrifying, right? Because when I was so scared of getting pregnant, I've always been afraid of it. Because like my friends and I have different reactions to babies, right? They see they're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, get away from me! I just want to eat it. I just want to get away from me. I'm like, oh my god, get away from me. And that's it. Babies freak me out, right? But I think one of the reasons I'm so scared of it is because I know that if I ever got pregnant, I'd be one of those bitches from that show. I didn't know I was pregnant. Have you guys seen that show? You know, it's like Rebecca was at a party and she had to pee. Toilet baby. Jessica was at the movies and she had a cramp. Baby in the popcorn bucket. Wouldn't that be cute though? A little slippery, buttery baby in a popcorn bucket. And then you could throw it in the trash on your way out. What? It'd be rude to leave it for the staff. I'm trying to Blake. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm doing this. I'm doing it. Octopus. It's happening. This is fine. I've accomplished technology.
Keep it going for Shauna Blake, everybody. Oh. Next summer, we'll all go to the river and hope to see that boob. Ladies and gentlemen, we have your final comic coming up tonight, your headlining comic. He is the progenitor of SoundsTooth. He is, you can catch him on a podcast called Spare Some Change. You can catch him on Talk Show Incorporated every Thursday night at 10 o'clock on SoundsToothNow.com. Please, he's giving me the hurry up so I can keep going. He successfully ran for city council. Didn't win, but successfully ran. Meaning he got some votes. Please give it up for Funny Man, Landry Miller.
Yeah, Funny Man. Ooh, I don't know what that noise was, but it was great. I'm going to also do a bit about this mic stand. What is this? Why? Why? What the? Oh, thank God for opposable thumbs. Hey guys, I'm Landry Miller. Thanks. I just got a cookie delivered to me from this food truck, so go there because this is great. And I probably will eat it during this set. So sorry. Oh, I like the news and good year for me. And I gotta tell you, I just saw this thing. Tulsa police are warning us to watch out for drug-laced candy this year on Halloween. Yeah. They said there's an easy way to tell if your kid got drug-laced candy. If it's regular candy, your kid will be very hyper. But if it's laced with drugs, your kid will be really cool. So, look out for that. Boy, it's wonderful. I feel like, I don't know how hypothermia works, but I feel like we're at that level in this show where they were like, Landry, if you say anything, they'll be so diluted, they'll laugh. Also, I am very cold. So thanks for coming out, because I assume you are too. So this is fun. I don't normally do this, but since we're outside, I figured it would be smart, because there's neighbors, if I did a couple clean jokes, just in case there's some kids that are still awake, you know? And they can hear this, you know? They're like, maybe I want to be a comedian, but they're so dirty. I don't know, you know? So I'll do a couple clean jokes. We'll send them all to sleep in this neighborhood, and then we'll get to the nasty stuff. Yeah. So here's some clean jokes. Sorry if I lose you on them, but remember, there's only like 3. So, all right, clean jokes. Here we go. So I grew up in a broken home. Yeah. But mostly because of the earthquakes due to fracking. It's for the kids. My mom and my dad actually got divorced because my dad cheated on my mom with an insurance agent. Apparently that wasn't covered. That's for the kids. We'll do a couple more clean jokes. We'll get to the stuff. Clean jokes. Sorry. So I'm not really a big PC fan. I'm more of an Apple guy. Okay. Cold's getting to the head. Okay, we'll do one more clean joke. We'll get out of here. Okay, clean jokes. Clean jokes. Oh, it's getting cold, so Christmas time's coming up. That's exciting. I love Christmas. Again, these are clean jokes. I'm so sorry. Again, we're gonna get the kids to bed, and then we'll do again the nasty stuff. The jokes. Okay, here we go. I love Christmas time because you spend so much time with your family, you know, and I love that. It's the only time of the year where you're forced to masturbate in the same bed that your grandmother died in, you know. Now, technically, that's a family-friendly joke if you want to get gross about it, but not me. Clean jokes. All right. Hey, kids, go to bed. If you're still watching this, turn it off. Actually, you probably need those viewers, so stay on, actually. Just mute it. I did make a joke about PC just then, and I'm not that kind of comic, you know. I am a PC comic. I don't mean politically correct. I mean pre-cum. Okay. All right. Enough of the clean jokes already. Enough of the clean joke. Okay, I brought some stuff here, some legal documents. So I hope that's okay. So one of my favorite things about living in Tulsa is I like scrolling through Craigslist. Don't judge me. And the other day I was scrolling through Craigslist and I found one of the strangest things I've ever seen. And I actually printed it out and put it in this folder to bring to you guys tonight. So if you guys don't mind, I'll read it to you. Does that sound good? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. And as you can see, it says Craigslist ads. So whenever I put it in my file folder later, or cabinet, this is also my fourth of these. Okay. And I still have to go to work after this. Hey, so again, I printed this out. This is absolutely real. And after the show, you can probably Google search it and find it. This is on our Tulsa Craigslist right here. And I'll just read it to you word for word. Let's do this. It's entitled Sperm Donor. Yeah. If you have trouble finding it, it's under Creative Services. So, okay, here we go. Let's do this. I'm offering my semen free to anyone who would like to make a baby. All right, straightforward. I'm not just looking to get laid. Great, no ulterior motives. Solid. I am white male with one son already. Cool, he has a history. I have helped 8 couples and have several references. Which sounds really cool until you do, I don't know, math. Because 8 couples, that's 16 people. Several references, that's not 16 people. And then he ends it with this. I have had a recent STD test and will provide proof upon request. Cool. Except nowhere in it does he say whether he passed or failed the STD test. Anyway, if any of you are interested, talk to me after the show. That is my ad. So. Hey, got to get the word out somehow. I also prepared. I knew I was coming to this. Are there any dog people here? Dog lovers? Boy, that is not the response I was looking for. So we're all pretty pro dog. Fuck. Really hoping you were a cat crowd, you know? Okay, I got a couple, but it sounds like there's more dog. Because I wrote a bunch of cat jokes, and so these might not go well. Okay, I think I have an idea. I'm just gonna change all these jokes to dog jokes, and then we'll have everyone else back on board. This could work. Okay. These are dog jokes. This is probably the dumbest setup to anything I've ever done. And there's no good payoff, so get ready. Why did the dog wear a fancy dress? She was feline fine. Okay, this is not working. Okay. You know what? Let's try. Okay, I think the next one will work. Okay. What do dogs eat for breakfast? Mice Krispies. Okay, this is not. This one should work. Actually, I'm reading ahead on this one. What did the alien say to the dog? Take me to your litter. See, that works. That actually does. It's not a good joke, but it works. Beggars can't be choosers, guys. Especially if you're a dog. See, this is coming around. Okay. I told my dog these jokes ahead of time before the show. But I think he took it personally. Okay, losing the audience. Okay. This premise has become very stale, and I get that. But I think I can swing you back, okay? That's not COVID, that's a hairball. Okay. Why do dogs, this is dog jokes, why do dogs always win video games? They have 9 lives!
Yeah.
You know, when I wrote these cat jokes, I thought they were really, this bit has really died. You know what? I have a good feeling. You guys seem like a nice audience. And I know me, and much like a dog, I always land on my feet. So I think we'll be okay. Yeah. Does anybody have a shredder on them? Because I would like to get rid of this. Okay. You want normal jokes? Too bad. Everybody kind of surviving the pandemic? Everyone kind of, doing okay with it? I mean, you're all here, so I guess so. Here's the thing. You may be thinking, wow, this comedian sucks. But remember this. Do you know what comedians have been doing for the last 8 months? We've been doing shows online for no one. Just comedians all over Tulsa at home in their parents' basement. And they put a little laptop up on a shelf, and then they tell jokes to no response. So nothing really changed for us, is what I'm trying to say. It's been weird. I'm also not used to talking to people in person. Like I was talking to the host Devo earlier, and I'm used to webcam, so he just kept talking, and I said, mute! And that did not go well. Not at all. I'm very cold. Can we bring one of those up here? No? Okay. Doesn't seem like it'd be a safety hazard. If like 4 or 5 strong people want to just pick one of these things up and bring it up here, I won't complain. And I'll give you part of this cookie. So it's gotten pretty cold itself, actually. Okay, back to jokes. You guys are probably looking at me right now and you're like, man, this guy not only bad at comedy, he probably also sends a bunch of dick pics, And in my defense, I've only ever actually sent one, but it destroyed lives. Which is not a statement I can just say without having to tell you the story, so let's do it. So I moved to this new city a few years ago, and I moved into this apartment, and I was like, hey, I got to get to know my neighbors, because I'm a real people person. And so I was like, hey, neighbor. And we actually really hit it off, and it was kind of great. We were like flirting, and I was like, is this romance? I don't know. And so anyway, we exchanged numbers. And also, they knew some comedians in that town, and they were like, I can get you on a show sometime. And I was like, fantastic. That's great. So anyway, we were texting for a few days, and I don't know how to get this out of the way. But, so I'm not gay, but it was a guy, and we don't have time to get into that. This is only so long, this set. Okay. So anyway, we exchanged numbers, and it was great. And we texted for like 3 days. And I think I was doing okay. I didn't say anything too stupid, It was just impressive. I mean, you heard that cat bit joke. So anyway, a couple days went by, and then he was like, hey, by the way, my friend has a show coming up on Thursday. Do you want to do it? And I was like, yes. But here's what I didn't realize about people, is apparently whenever someone does something nice for you, they expect something in return. Because that's when I got the message back of, so, you got any pics? And I said, yes, but I very much did not. So I had to spend a good 3 hours overcoming a lot of insecurities I didn't know I had. It's actually very difficult to take a picture and not make this thing look disgusting, you know? No angles are really working. And also, I don't know how this lighting's turning out, but if you can see how wide I am here. Let's just say white balance did me no favors. But also, like, I learned a pro tip. If you ever want to take a picture of it, not mine, but yours. Don't use the flash. Because it was like a Blair Witch situation down there. This is my dick in the corner, slowly turning around, like, ah! Yeah. So I finally got one that worked, and I was like, yeah. So I sent it off into space, you know, and it was great. And I felt very proud of myself. I was like, oh, I'm a grown-up, you know. I felt very adult. But that's when I got the text message back of, what the fuck? And I was like, huh? Which is not something you expect to hear back after you've just sent that off. And I said, what? And he said, I meant a headshot for the comedy poster. So I threw my phone in the ocean. And I did not leave my apartment for 3 weeks. But I left in 3 weeks because at that point, I saw my neighbor was actually putting stuff into a moving van, and I was like, perfect opportunity here, you know? So I like, ran out, and because here's the thing, I had to go like apologize. I can't have people out there hating me, you know, which is why I'm going to talk to each of you after the show. And good luck. Does that gate lock? And so anyway, I like ran up and I was like, hey man, I am so sorry about that picture. That was crazy. That was supposed to go to someone else. My mom, I don't know. And I'm not quick on my feet. And I was like, man, is there any way you could forgive me for that? He was like, no. And I was like, what? Why? And he said, because my wife found the photo, thought I'd been in the closet this whole time, and is throwing me out. Yeah. And I was like, you think it was the flash? That's the one and only time I ever sent a dick pic. And it's not the one and only time I ever got a restraining order, too, so that's pretty good. Because it turns out, you know, they always say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, you know? My picture is worth 1,000 feet. Not worth it. Okay, let's do something else. So in my free time, I'm kind of a graphic designer. I like to make, you know, cute little slogans to go on shirts and stuff. With the world the way it is, I thought, oh, I know, I should put cute little slogans on masks, right? Because everyone has masks now. See, it even says mask ideas. So if you didn't believe my setup to this bit, mask ideas. Okay. So anyway, so I thought tonight, what jokes should I do, you know? And so I told my assistant, and then he pulled this out of the filing cabinet and said, that'll work. And I said, great. So anyway, that's not really, that might just be a weird brag. Because masks are like the, so if you masks. I want to make sure that Devo got that. Okay. He seems confused. These go on masks. Okay. Like this one. It says like, I'm with stupid with an arrow pointing up. That's pretty good. Okay. Nobody really likes that one? Got it. This one says, I didn't brush my teeth today. Okay. We're not loving these. Okay. Like this one. Farts, farts, fart. Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't put that in there. Sorry. I don't know what that was. I apologize. How'd you like that last card, you cuck baby? Okay. Oh my God. I think my nephew may have gotten into these. Again, my nephew's also my assistant. So, okay, this could be. You know what? He likes to prank me every once in a while. It's probably just the one card. Okay, let's see. I got some more here. Oh, I got it. Oh boy, when your fingers get cold, they stop working. I've just now learned. Okay. Oh, here's one. Yeah. Oh, my eyes are up here. Oh, you actually thought I was going to write a real joke, you pre-cum stealing piece of shit? Okay. My nephew is... okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This one seems... Hey, not good enough to write your own jokes, you One Direction loving motherfucker? Okay. I am so sorry. I'm going to have to call my nephew probably. Oh my God. I'm sorry if these offended you. This is my nephew. I'm a clean comic. You heard me earlier. Okay. Okay, this seems like one. Hey, why don't you go back to jerking it to Timothy Chalamet, you smegma guzzling cat fucker who's so pathetic the cat doesn't even cuddle after? I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. I'm so sorry. This is Devo. I'm so sorry that you booked me on the show and this is what's happening. Oh my God. This is embarrassing. Okay, this one seems real. You come intravenously and then put period blood. You're probably too dumb to put these cards in order, so now this insult doesn't even make sense. Go fuck yourself. I want to apologize again. My nephew is been in and out of rehab. I think he wants to be a comedian. I said, that's not the way to do it, you know? You got to respect the audience's time. Okay, sorry again. Sorry. Okay. Oh, I see. I see what's happened here. Okay. Here's one. And yeah, that's always a good start. And yeah, maybe this is all coming from a place of insecurity because I feel like I'm wandering around aimlessly with no clear direction in life, and it makes me resent you because you're actually trying to follow your dreams, Uncle Landry, and continued. Meanwhile, I'm just projecting all my own problems onto everyone else around me. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe it's my fault that I continued. This one's just blank. There's a teardrop in the middle of it for some reason. And I just spend every day trying to fill this void in my soul with bourbon. But I can't seem to flee this bottomless pit whose hunger echoes through the hallways of my mind, calling out for more and more of my soul. And maybe I shouldn't have hit that lady and ran away afterwards with my car. Continued. And maybe I'm the one. Maybe I'm the one who realized he's just not good enough. Maybe I'm just not good enough. But at least I'm good enough to not have to write jokes for some talentless, no-good, dick-sucking piece sitting down byproduct of incest. Well, that joke doesn't work because we're related. Dumb fuck. Okay, if anyone could get my nephew on the phone, that would be great. I'm concerned.
Put that one on a mat.
You want that 4 cards on a mask? All right. Go to LandryForTulsa.com. It'll be up there tomorrow. Last card. Straight out of Germex. Okay, so that's kind of yeah. And you may be thinking to yourself, he's going to end on that, right? He's going to end, right? No one's quite sure. It would be good if he ended on that. Because how are you going to save this set, you know? But I like to defy all expectations, which is why I have a bit about Subway I think I should do. That was only for the comics in the room. God's room. Let's do one more and I'll get out of here. Does that sound good? Okay, so before I do this last joke, thank you guys so much for coming out. You guys have been quite a cold audience, but in a good way, all right, whatever. And so thanks a lot. You know, these guys, all these comics you saw, you guys, Oh, the lady comics also. Boy, I'm not actually sexist. That was ironic. And if anyone asks after the show. But they left their house, and you left your house, and here we are all just really soaking up the sun and really loving life. So thanks. Not good with people. Let's end with this. So I recently found out I have a medical condition. And I don't mean COVID. This is probably not a great line to start with nowadays. But I found out that I have low testosterone. Yeah, which is not great for a guy who's 27. That's what got you guys? That's when I was like, I call bullshit on this whole set now. That Craigslist ad, those goddamn dog jokes, that dick pic story, the face mask, that was fine. Him being 27, unbelievable. But despite all that, I found out recently that I have low testosterone, which is just as surprising to you guys probably as it was to me. And because like the warning signs were there that I had low testosterone, like when I pulled up to the doctor's office in my lime green Ford Fiesta. I really thought this person was clapping for me, but they were just hugging someone else. I felt so good for one split second. And then I looked up and I went, nah, just human contact. Wish I knew what that was. So anyway, I have low testosterone, that's great. And what I didn't realize is that testosterone turns you into a goddamn monster. I didn't know that. So I got my first shot, and then I walked outside and I was like, oh, there's color in the world again. And then I made eye contact with a bird and I was like, you want to go? So anyway, I took the test and I scored 103. Okay, see, I was impressed with myself. I was like, 103? I got bonus points? And they were like, oh, no. No, normal's 700. You are dying, ma'am. Hey, I've been Landry Miller. Thanks so much. Devo, thanks so much for coming out, guys. Apparently this mic is kind of weird.
Give it up for Landry Miller, everybody. Keep it going. Keep it going for yourselves. Oh my God, you guys came out. I enjoy that you're lingering. It's Landry Miller, the best $20 I've ever spent in my life to headline this show. Good job. He's for sale for $20. Go out and find it. That's probably not too far off. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being out here tonight again. We appreciate all of you guys coming out. Everybody that watched online, this will be out in podcast form at some point, I think, if it didn't shut off. But guys, once again, we have some other stuff coming around town. Wednesday nights, SoundsTooth has an open mic at the Hunt Club at 8 o'clock. You want to try comedy, come out and do it. Very much appreciate 473 for having us out here tonight. Love this venue. It's a great place. Come out here and drink all the time, everything like that. We have a show the night before Thanksgiving at the Whittier Bar at 10 o'clock. It's just going to be a get fucking hammered show at Whittier, so come out and check that out. Once again, give yourselves a round of applause for sticking it out. Thank you very much. Peace out, guys. Be safe and make good decisions. Have a great evening, everybody.
All right.